Alright guys, BLM here, we're back, more God of War. We're going to continue on. That's not what I meant to do. We're pushing the cart here. We're in the Inside the Mountain quest. So let's continue on. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Holy shit. That went pretty quick. But as it is. Alright. This is probably for better considering I'm not really in a rush to finish the game here. Though I do think we'll end up finishing it probably midday tomorrow. Mid to late day tomorrow. Either way. I did talk about this though, where originally what I was going to do was like record, like start recording another Let's Play, but then not actually upload it until after we do Odyssey. Wait, I forgot, what do we do here? We just put the thing down, right? Oh, what are we doing? I don't remember what we're doing. Yeah, I was going to do that until I realized, well, we are playing God of War, which is a game I never actually did any side stuff for, even though this is my third time playing through the main game. So it's like, why don't we just do some side stuff? I don't know how that didn't even come across my mind until now.
We need to free the rope from under the mess you created up there, boy.
Maybe there's a way up there through that passage that opened.
We will see.
Wait, how are we doing this? I forgot how we do this. Do we pull this back and then use what? This should be in line with this, right? Oh, I guess it's further back. No. But yeah, I was talking at the end of last episode the wasted potential that Assassin's Creed had for having a really good narrative. But yeah, I think it had until 3. And to be honest, even 3, like, even though I have a lot of complaints about 3 in its modern day, I still think it was fine up to that point. I think it's 4 was the beginning of its downfall, and then by the time you get to Unity and Syndicate, it's like you can just clearly tell they don't give a shit. And obviously now they 100% don't give a shit because they started everything all over again. And even then, supposedly, like, it doesn't really look like they give a shit even now. But we'll see. Again, I haven't played Odyssey yet. We're going to be playing it soon. We'll see if they do anything with the modern day there. But, and to be honest, from what I understand, there is more modern day. There is some stuff happening that is related to stuff that's happened in the past. But we'll see. We'll see how much they care. We'll see. I'm interested. Yeah, that's the thing. Like with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like, I keep on saying I'm excited. I don't know if excited is the right word. It's more so I'm interested in what they're gonna do, not necessarily excited. Like if they do something cool, like good, then cool. But I don't expect them to. I expect to be very like kind of just annoyed at like how terribly they're gonna do certain things. But whatever. Wait, who's the boss? Oh fuck. Oh, I did not mean to do that, but okay. Well, we just wasted a runic attack, essentially. Oh, no, what the fuck? Didn't you really just do that again? Alright, let's do this. Ah, fuck. No! Turn around, you fucking piece of shit. Oh wait, we have to do the thing. Okay. Yeah, again, Assassin's Creed had such potential around Brotherhood. And that's when I was like really, that's like my peak in Assassin's Creed was like the stuff from Brotherhood. I do like the peak of my love for Assassin's Creed was the lead up to 3. And then obviously a lot of that being based around Brotherhood. Like, I mean, like, Revelations did nothing with the modern day, really. I mean, it gave us further background, but didn't really move it forward, obviously, because Revelations wasn't supposed to be a thing. So, until like a year before its development, while 3 had already been starting development, so they already knew where they were going with the modern day of 3. So they really couldn't interact with that, really. They could only, like, add in an extra thing that wasn't going to be shown in 3 anyway. Which is actually an interesting thing that I never really thought about recently, is how the I always thought about this from like the past story sort of perspective. I never thought about this from the modern day perspective, really, in Assassin's Creed with the Oh, I just realized we didn't fucking move it. God damn it. We're supposed to move the other thing forward still. Yeah, I never really thought about like why the modern day was the way it was. Because obviously AC1 and 2, it was exactly as planned. And then even Brotherhood, I believe, is exactly as planned, right? Because, oh, did we move it? Maybe we did move it. Oh, we did move it already. So what the fuck happened then? Yeah, and then Brotherhood, from what I understand, I believe, like, the thing is, AC2 and Brotherhood were supposed to be the same game, essentially, in terms of story. However, they had to split it into 2 because they couldn't really finish it, or fit everything they wanted into one game. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Fits. That's perfect. Hey, wait for us.
There we go. Do we just reverse it now? I don't know. Well, what we're supposed to do is like jump on it, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
How do we keep those gears from moving?
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. There we go.
That should hold it.
But yeah, like the thing is, so I mean, essentially, from what I gather, again, this could be completely wrong, but like the stuff with like with Desmond getting the apple from the Coliseum and all that sort of stuff, was that what was supposed to be in 2, or was that something that they added in later? It must have been part of 2, right? Because like the thing about 3 is that 3, or I guess it doesn't have to be. They must have because they could have just come up with the plot of Brotherhood and 3 at the same time. Because obviously they started development at the same time. So it's like,
and be vigilant.
I guess it makes sense actually. They could have created it together, and Brotherhood was not supposed to be in 2, and that modern day there was entirely new. But either way, Revelations, the thing that I never really understood until more recently, which I think is a really interesting concept, is that Revelations doesn't move the plot forward any. And I always knew that, obviously. I mean, that's why I never loved Revelations when it came out.
Giants prey.
But what I didn't realize until like a year ago or so is the reason for that is because it was developed, it started development after 3 started development. So they already had the modern day of 3 already set up and everything by that point. They already knew exactly what they were going to do with the modern day of 3. So it's like at that point with Revelations, they couldn't do anything. They literally couldn't. Like they couldn't do much with Desmond. So that's why there's all this really what the modern day really is just background stuff with Desmond's story, or Desmond's journey. That's what it's called. And then obviously there's the stuff with Clay on the Animus Island, which again they could have easily just come up with afterwards. But yeah, I mean, I never thought about that until recently. I think that's a really interesting concept, or really interesting thing that like I just never really thought about until now. Is that they couldn't really do much about that.
Come boy. It's a long way up.
Exactly. Revelations was not supposed to exist until literally until what, late 2010, if not even early 2011. Because the thing about Revelations, that a lot of its concept and everything was taken from a canceled 3DS game, and that canceled 3DS game wasn't that 3DS game wasn't officially canceled until like 2011. So it's like it's kind of iffy on this timeline of Revelations. Like, was it literally just developed within a year? Like, I really don't know. Mind you, like a billion fucking teams worked on it. So I mean, that's also a factor there.
That is not helping.
See you on the other side.
And obviously, the main team that worked on it is what is essentially now the Black Flag team, where they did Black Flag and fuck. I did not mean to do that, but whatever. Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
Never mind. It may not be as long a way up as we thought.
Where are we going? Oh, we push it off, right?
That did it.
But yeah, so that's interesting about Revelations. The other games really have no excuse, though. Though, I mean, from that point on, it's so interesting to me looking at the timeline of Assassin's Creed. And oh yeah, this is something else that I didn't like. The thing about Shay, that's another thing that I find really interesting with Rogue that I never thought about until recently. Is that yeah, the reason why Shay isn't mentioned at all in Unity is because Unity was already in development for like 2 years at the time that Rogue started development. Actually, no, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Holy shit, right? Yeah, because Rogue didn't start development until 2013 after Black Flag came out. While Unity had been in development since the release of Brotherhood. Because that's what the Brotherhood team was working on, was Unity. Which is a shame that... okay, what are we doing here? I think we push this off, right? Oh, can we destroy? We can destroy this. I forgot about that. Okay, it's kind of it's such a shame that the original AC team is probably gone now because they're the ones that developed Unity. So, oh well.
When we get to the summit, how far do you think we'll be able to see? The lake? The world serpent? Our house?
We will see when we get there. Until then, eyes open.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, like it's. Oh, what?
I'm fine. Just lost my balance for a moment. You know, for someone
It's really just an interesting thing, like how much this, like, all these games being developed at once, like, really ruins certain aspects of certain games, especially these ones that are put into development really late in other games' development cycles. Like, as I said, with Rogue and Revelations being the two most blatant examples of this, where again, where Shay isn't mentioned at all in Unity, and a lot of the reason for that is again, it wasn't until like a year beforehand that Shay was even created as a fucking character. And this idea, it's really interesting to think about, like, Unity, how they never even intended on explaining anything about Charles Dorian's death, did they? Like, because like it would make, because again, like I'm pretty sure like what their thought process with Rogue was, with that epilogue there, an epilogue of Rogue being like the prologue of Unity. Like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing they even thought of until they started writing Rogue. They were like, oh shit, we might as well connect these two games. But it's like, it's so funny because, like, again, that's a lot of people's complaints with the connection between Rogue and Unity. While it's cool, it's like, well, it doesn't mean anything. It's just like, we never see Shay in Unity. But it's like, at that point, it was kind of too late, wasn't it? I mean, like, you would have to do some obviously it's possible, but that would like make the Unity team have to go out of their way to add Shay in there. And also, obviously, like, knowing the production troubles that the Unity team had with Unity, obviously that probably just wasn't in the cards ever. Such a shame that I really like Unity. Again, I know a lot of people don't like Unity, and I do like Unity. I do think Unity has a lot of great ideas. Is the execution great on all of them? No, not necessarily, but I do think it's a game that had a lot of potential, and it is a shame that it just became such a clusterfuck for Ubisoft, where I'm pretty sure now that team's gone. I would be shocked if that team's still around. Especially because Ubisoft, like, they've been doing a lot of interviews recently where they said, you know, we have 2 teams working on Assassin's Creed. And they keep on saying, oh, we have 2 teams, we have 2 teams. It's like, I think that means that there's two teams. I think, like, I'll be shocked if there's a 3rd team working on Assassin's Creed right now. Mind me, I don't want a 3rd team working on Assassin's Creed, right? To be honest, I only want 1 fucking team working on Assassin's Creed, ideally. But if we have that multiple teams, I mean, yeah, 2 is fine, I guess. Like, I think what they should do with Assassin's Creed in terms of the teams and stuff, obviously have the Black Flag team being the main team for Assassin's Creed, which I think it is going to be for the future, considering, obviously, they developed Black Flag, which is fantastic. Then after, I mean, they were originally built to make Revelations, which is interesting, which obviously is like one of the more less innovative games in the series, I would say. But obviously they switched from that to Black Flag, which is at the time one of the most innovative games, and then they switched to Origins, which is even more innovative. So I do think, like, and they're working on a new game, supposedly for right now, which I would assume would be the 2020 Assassin's Creed game. Like the game that's gonna come out in, well, yeah, in 2020, which I don't know what it's gonna be. I mean, like, I would prefer an Ancient Rome game, but I feel like it's kind of weird there. This is gonna be like a trilogy sort of thing of like ancient civilization sort of games. I kind of feel weird with it, like with them even taking a year off. But I mean, it is what it. Like, I find it weird that it's like gonna be 2017, 2018, then 2020. I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, but it is what it is. I don't know. I would prefer Ancient Rome. I think that's the setting I would like to go to next. Like, I know a lot of people want like Japan and China and stuff like that. I don't need it, especially with Ghost of Tsushima coming out. I feel like we're good. We don't need it. I feel like Ancient Rome, as I said. I wouldn't mind like something like Vikings and like King Arthur and that sort of stuff next. But I don't know what they'll do. We'll see though.
After we scatter Mother's ashes, what then? What comes next?
Nothing comes next. We go home.
That's it? The adventure is over?
For now. But we will have much to do. You were right earlier on the boat after cutting down the last tree. You said it felt like something had changed. And it has. And our home is no longer safe. But it will be again. And we must continue your training.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I just find like the way that Ubisoft makes these Assassin's Creed games like really interesting, and not in a good way. Again, not in a good way. I think it's like really shit. Oh fuck, the dragon. Forgot about that.
Stay behind me.
Obviously, it's not great the way that they make it, but I mean, it's kind of a necessary evil for what their plan of the series is, in terms of development cycle and everything. I mean, like in terms of like release cycle, I should say. Which again isn't great, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at this point, especially, I mean, it is. Oh fuck, we're really fucking this up. I mean, Ubisoft is. I mean, Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's most successful franchise. And they're a company that wants to make money. So what's the best way to do that? By releasing a whole bunch of games that people will buy. And people will still buy. People will buy Origins, people will buy games like Odyssey. So I don't fault Ubisoft from that standpoint at all. Like, again, they are a company made to make money. And if they can make money, then why not make money? And again, like, that's the thing that's also like kind of dumb, is that a lot of people complain about Origins microtransactions that are just like that. I mean, microtransactions in Origins are just costumes and stuff that aren't needed. But they're like really fucking expensive. They're like 10 to 15 bucks for a costume set, which is ridiculous. But a lot of people keep on fucking complaining about it though. It's like, who gives a shit? Just don't buy it. Like, I mean, like, you not buying something is more of a precedent to them than people complaining. Like, they don't give a shit about people complaining. They care about people not buying stuff. How the fuck do we get through this? Oh wait, we need to do this. Okay.
Is that its sap?
Because again, they are a company that wants to make money. If they don't make money from something, they're not going to do it. Obviously, they are making money from it, which is sad, actually. Considering I doubt it costs them that much to make these costumes. But whatever. And people are buying it, supposedly, so it is what it
Are they
is.
moving after the giants left? Or are they
But again, I don't ever fault a company for trying to make money. Like, it's really dumb to do so. Like, you cannot expect a company to make, like, to lose out on money. Like, it's really dumb. Like, yes, I'm yes, it's good for the customer if that's the case, but it's just dumb from a financial standpoint. It's really just not good from a, like, obviously, like, I mean, the thing about business that's so really weird is that obviously, like, oh, are we going to the Dragon Boss battle now?
Wait, boy.
I thought that was later. Holy shit.
Henry,
I think it is
kill
now.
something that big?
If we
Yeah,
can
holy
catch it off
shit.
balance.
I can distract him.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the thing about business though that's really interesting to me is that obviously you have to toe the line between
To help him.
between trying to be financially successful and also
Wait for my
keeping your audience, like maintaining your audience to the point where you can be successful. I mean, obviously, because like there's stuff like EA who does a shitty job at this, but somehow is still successful. In the sense of like it's like they piss off their fan base over and over and over again, but they're still able to make the money to do so. Like to even like I don't know. It's weird. And also Ubisoft also does this, but I mean. It's weird, like how, like these big, like I mean, but the thing with Ubisoft is different, though. I feel like because Ubisoft, the people that are complaining about Ubisoft are not the general market. It's more so the big Assassin's Creed things. Like that's who's complaining about the current state of Assassin's Creed. Like the random person who just picked up Origins because it looked like fun. Like that person does not give a shit about. That the modern day is so short and shitty in the game, like whatever. I mean, like again, like it's I don't know. I think it's a different thing between Ubisoft, like people upset at Ubisoft and people upset at EA. Oh yeah, I forgot how this boss battle even worked. Oh shit. Well, that didn't work. There we go. No, pick it up. What the fuck? Because the thing about EA is that it's like with EA, whenever they piss off their market, like it seems like they piss off everyone, not just like the hardcore fans. While with Ubisoft, it seems, oh fuck, I wasn't even paying attention. It seems like they only usually like piss off their hardcore fans. I mean, obviously there's people that are upset that Assassin's Creed comes out every year. There's that sort of people. But then again, I think a lot of those people aren't people that actually play Assassin's Creed. And like assume that, oh, that means every game's developed within a year, which obviously isn't the case. Okay, well. Because obviously Assassin's Creed has multiple teams working on games at the same time. I mean, at one point there were three or four teams, right? I'm trying to think, because what, like how many, like what's the most amount of games developed at one time? I'm trying to think. It was probably, no, actually, I don't know, actually. It's kind of tough. Actually, it's probably, because, sorry, wait. How's this line up? 2007. Alright, well, Assassin's Creed 1 was developed on its own. There's no other game being developed at the same time. Same thing with 2. After 2 was Brotherhood, but that's also when 3 started development. So 2 and 3, alright, Brotherhood and 3 were at the same time. Fuck, we fucked that up. And then Brotherhood ended, but Unity started. When Unity started, as I said, 3 was already going on. And also, is that maybe that's also a factor in why? Yeah, maybe that's also a factor in why the modern day is such shit in Unity. Is because obviously at the time that they were developing it, that was like so far ahead. Like again, it was started development 4 years beforehand, and like games like Black Flag hadn't even been thought of yet. So it's like, I don't know, maybe that is the case. And maybe that's why the modern day is such shit, just because it was way too far ahead for them to really plan anything. And they probably just had so much struggle. I mean, obviously we know of their development problems. So it's like maybe that's really the issue there, is that like their development problems didn't really leave them enough time to really craft the modern day. I don't know, who knows? But, and that's the narrative that I'm setting up right now for it. Oh, fuck. No. Oh, we're not doing so well. I don't think I've ever gotten through this boss battle without dying, have I? Which is a shame, because it has these checkpoints within the boss battle, so it kind of makes me feel pathetic that I've never actually done the full boss battle within one without dying at all. Okay, well, fuck. Yeah, so how many, I mean, so what, so when Revelations started development, there was what? There was a good, okay, I'm an idiot, I don't know why I just did that was such a waste. When Revelations started development, there was what? There was Revelations 3 and Unity, right, at the same time? And after Revelations ended, there was 3, Black Flag and Unity being developed. When 3 came out, I'm a fucking idiot. I keep on doing the same thing over and over again because I'm not paying attention. Yeah, we're gonna die. Yeah. Oh, we don't even get the opportunity to... Okay, fine. We don't even get to use the Resurrection Stone or whatever. Probably because it's because Atreus is even here, right? Oh, fuck. That actually sent us further back than I thought. Okay. But again, I've said this before. I'm not good at this game. Like, I do really enjoy this game, but I'm not actually good at this game. And that's kind of why I haven't done the side stuff. Because I'm just not good at a lot of it. Like the Valkyrie stuff. Like, I just could not even get anywhere close to finishing that. Fuck. Holy shit, pouring outside.
Boy, are you okay?
Boy.
I have a plan. Be ready to lower the crane on my mark.
How does this thing work?
I do not care. Be ready.
Okay, well that didn't work. The entire point of that was to get health instead we get knocked fucking back for it. Okay, fine. Oh, what the fuck? That did a lot of damage. Ooh, okay. Oof. No, we're dead. Oh, not? Oh, okay, fine. I was trying to pick up that health, though. I would have helped out. Are we now dead? I did not mean to do that. That's a fucking... Okay, I'm an idiot. I keep on doing that. I keep on accidentally doing the runic attack. It's actually really annoying. At least we got further checkpoint. How do we avoid that? I thought dashing away was the way to avoid that. How do we avoid that then? Like, how are we supposed to avoid that? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I think actually, I was thinking it was 4 games at a time. I do think the most Assassin's Creed games being developed at the same time is actually probably 3. But still, I mean, that's a good amount. And again, I think that's why they're fucking up so bad with their narrative. It's just because they don't have, like, they're all being developed at random fucking times. And like, so, like, games that are, like, that come out later, like a game like Unity that comes out, like 4 years after, like certain games are given 4 years to develop, certain games are given 2. It's like, it's really strange. How the fuck are we doing this? How the fuck do you avoid that attack? And like, why are we having so much difficulty now? And like, I don't think I've had this much difficulty before. Fuck off. You know what? Let's try this. Alright, this isn't working at all. Yeah, that did not work at all. Like, I think we lost just as much health by doing that. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, at least that brought him down enough to, or we start the next phase at least. What? That didn't work? Why didn't that work? Because what? After 3 was what? After 3 was finished. Well, the team that developed 3 disappeared, right? After 3? I don't think they developed anything else. That's kind of a weird one too. After 3, what was in development? Black Flag, Unity, and is that it? When did Syndicate start development? I forgot now. I think Syndicate started development after Black Flag, right? So actually, no, there is a time when 4 games were in development then, after Black Flag. Yeah, because after Black Flag, pretty much every game that's out right now, with the exception of... Oh, fuck off! Are you serious? No, we'll end this episode when we finish this boss battle, by the way. Yeah, after Black Flag, the next 4 games were all being in development. I didn't think of that until now. Yeah, so there was a point where 4 games were being developed at once. Oh, what the fuck? What the how are you supposed to avoid that? You can't jump. It's like, how the fuck are you supposed to avoid that attack? Oh, shields maybe? I think that's what it is, isn't it? Now I think about it. Because I remember it was so fucking dumb that like a shield can fucking block that attack now. Now I remember. Yeah, that's so dumb. How the fuck does a shield block an attack from the ground? Okay, this isn't doing anything. Okay, maybe it didn't block that time. We might as well just die. I mean, we fucked it up so bad. Yeah, fuck, we keep on dying here. Like, I've never had this much trouble before here. Like, really. Like, it's so weird. Like, we're playing on easy. And it's a new game plus. There we go. That blocked it. Yeah, okay, well, fuck. Going back to what I was talking about before. Yeah, after Black Flag, Unity, Rogue, Syndicate, and Origins were all being developed. So there was a point where 4 games were being developed. That's something. But the weird thing about that too is that 3 games started development all at the same time. That's the weird thing. Because obviously Unity had been in development for like 3 years at that point. Okay, here we go. But it's like the other 3 games all started development at the same time. Like, it's so weird. Like, I never thought about that until now. Yeah, because Rogue obviously started development right after Black Flag. Syndicate, like the Quebec team, I believe, worked on Black Flag and helped them with Black Flag. And then obviously they made Syndicate on their own afterwards. And then, yeah, the Black Flag team themselves started work on Origins right after that. So that's really weird, how 3 games started development at the same time. Which is also strange that I just realized with the modern day of Origins, what's strange about that is the fact that...
Wow, we actually did it.
Syndicate's... Yeah, I mean, Syndicate, honestly Rogue, but also Syndicate is like very, very much tied to the Juno storyline. But then Origins, which began development at the same time, is the game that erased the Juno storyline. Mind you, the writing process for Origins, I believe, didn't happen until actually after the game started development, which I think is because Darby left. Because originally he was writing Origins, and he did leave, and they just started from scratch with the exception of the character Bayek, supposedly.
Okay, hold on.
Still.
Ooh, not that. Have you seen my brother again?
Yeah, he said you lost your talent.
Oh, and that I'm selfish? No, I'm sure. That I value a weapon's look? No, over its purpose. That I'm pretentious? No, and uptight, fussy. I know what he thinks, but he can't hurt me any. Ah! Burn that.
I do not have time for this.
No. Wait. I have a better idea.
What?
just need a tooth from that dragon.
Oh, do we actually have to go get it? Okay. Yeah, let's just continue on. We're already like 40 minutes into this, or 35 minutes into it. We might as well continue on with this until we're done with this section.
Watch where you grab that. Oh, never mind. So unclean. Oh, so unclean. Oh, the smell. Perfect. That should do. Oh.
To be honest, I'm already starting to get tired. It's not that late.
I'm not touching that.
I am starting to get tired already.
Hold it out.
I guess actually it's 10:30. I didn't realize it was that late.
Now, run that along the string of your son's bow. Just humor me.
Atreus, your bow.
Two passes should do it. Gently, now.
Whoa.
Oh, sure. Now you're impressed.
So now we have the shock arrows, right?
Oh, I see. Figured it out on your own then. Just, never mind. I wasn't just explaining the beautiful and complex artistry of the craft or anything. No, just anything to help you. Yep.
All right, well, in the episode here. Next episode, we will go ahead and continue on. Next episode might be the last episode I record for right now. To be honest, this might be. I'm getting really fucking tired all of a sudden. But whatever. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.